welcome to my YouTube channel called Not By Side. I know that some of you that are going to watch this video have not watched any of my other videos, but currently it is August 25th and I am in the middle of a through hike of the Appalachian Trail. I'm actually entering the White Mountains, or really I'm 2 days into the White Mountains, and I thought I would take a minute and show you the gear that I'm using for the Appalachian Trail through the stretch of the White Mountains, because boy, the temperature has definitely changed as we leave the lower elevations and get up here into the beautiful White Mountains. So I took a minute and we're doing this gear review poolside. What do you think of that? Now, it's not real nice out, it's not super warm, so we don't have any people laying out or swimming today, but it is a great spot to do the gear video. So here we go. I kind of laid stuff out by sections, but up here in the White Mountains and really all along the Appalachian Trail, except for during the summer months, you really need some rain gear. Maybe not for rain, but for wind protection. So I'm using an Outdoor Research Helium 2 rain jacket. I've carried that from the very beginning. But now for the White Mountains, I've got the Outdoor Research Helium rain pants also. They're primarily for wind protection, but also, of course, rain and any type of real bad weather that I might get. While we're on clothing, let's go ahead and skip up here to the clothing. I'm carrying 3 pairs of socks with me. Those right now are all 3 Darn Tough. I've got my regular Darn Toughs that are the light cushioning. I've carried those and worn those from Georgia. But I've also got a pair of the really thin, very minimalistic Darn Toughs. I like trail runners. I like a lot of ground feedback as I walk. It helps me walk with better form. And so I've got a new pair of those really thin Darn Toughs. Those are a pair of compression sleeves that help with recovery after a long day of hiking, and they help while I'm hiking to keep like shin splints down, and they are super thin. They weigh next to nothing, so I'm definitely glad I have those. For regular, and I keep everything in that Sea to Summit stuff sack. For what I've carried from Georgia to here is my pajamas / town clothes, / extra hiking clothes, a pair of running shorts and another tech t-shirt. That's an Under Armour ultralight, tech shirt. Ultralight running shorts that have a liner built in, so I don't need underwear with those. They work awesome for pajamas and I can always hike in them, and they're town clothes. So that's it. I'm wearing my hiking clothes, which I'll do a separate video on, or maybe I'll mention it real quickly, but that's it for extra clothing. Now for the White Mountains, however, I have a Patagonia Capilene 4 base weight or base layer top. It's the half zip, I guess, actually. And the one thing I'm missing is a pair of Patagonia Capilene long john pants. They are not coming in until for like a couple days. I won't be able to pick them up for a couple days. So imagine another pair of base layer pants. I can hike in those, I can wear them under my rain pants, or I can sleep in them as pajamas. Very versatile. And that's what I'm looking for with an ultralight gear setup, is very versatile. The only cap or hat I have is my Z-Packs beanie, and that keeps you very warm. Here is my REI Co-op puffy jacket. I've carried that from the beginning also. The puffy jacket and the beanie I've carried from Georgia. So let's move on to sleep. That's it for the clothing. That's the entirety of my clothing set. Again, minus the base layer Capilene 4 Patagonia base layer pants. All right, let's move on to sleep system real quick. I'm rocking the Thermarest NeoAir X-Lite sleeping pad. It's the normal version. I got the kind without the speed valve, so it's only 12 ounces. Best air mattress on the market, on the trail. A little noisy, but they're all noisy. This thing is amazing for the weight. I love it. I've got a Sea to Summit Eros regular sized pillow, 2.8 ounces, but I adore it. I love my pillow. Definitely need that. I have my Z-Packs 20 degree sleeping bag. Can't really see a whole lot of it right now, but it's basically a quilt with a zipper, and so it's a 20 degree down. I am very glad to have that. I can snuggle down in, I can vent or really burrow in if I need more warmth. So it's super versatile. I think it only weighs 21 ounces because I got the extra long version. So it comes up over my head. I can use it as a a hood if I need to. So I really like that sleeping bag, and it's super light and versatile. It and my pillow go in the medium-sized stuff sack from Z-Packs, and that right there is my urine bottle. I go to the bathroom in the middle of the night in that. Rather than getting out of my tent and out of my sleeping bag, I just use that little bottle, and it works wonderful. So sorry about the grossness of that, but it is one of the best pieces of gear that I have is that pee bottle. It's amazing. All right, real quickly, I am using the Z-Packs Arc Blast backpack. I am in love with it. I'm going to do a whole separate video on how I set it up for hiking the Appalachian Trail and for hiking through the White Mountains. So look for that other video specifically on the Z-Packs Arc Blast. But I am really liking that backpack. And my tent that I have used from the very beginning is the Z-Packs Duplex. It's the camouflaged version, and so there's my Z-Packs Duplex tent. And for trekking poles, I'm using the Lakey Cork Light. I've been using those since Georgia, and they're one of the most popular hiking poles or sticks on the whole trail. So can't say enough good about the Lakey poles, and I've definitely had some bent sections and some problems with the locks, and people just warranty them instantly. They give you new parts or whatever, no problem. For food, I'm going stoveless right now for weight savings, and so I cold soak my food in this. Notice it's the same container as my potty bottle, except for I wrote food all over this thing, so there's no confusing which one is for which purpose. So I've got a food container. I put my rice or my ramen or whatever in that, put some water in there and let it soak for about a half hour, and we're good to go. This is the Z-Packs Bear bag, and I keep my food in that. Again, I'll do a whole nother video on food for hiking and through hiking. Here is my personal items. So I have a headlamp. It's not anything super special. It's not crazy ultralight. I know I could get a lighter one, but it really works well for me. It's got a lot of features that I like. It's got adjustable beam. It's got adjustable head. It's got 2 different brightnesses and strobe. It's really a nice headlamp. This is some Gold Bond powder. Highly recommend that, especially for guys. Sometimes we get some chafing going on. This is my emergency kit, repair kit, first aid kit, med kit. It's like everything in there. I've got KT tape, some Band-Aids, some Neosporin, and then some repair stuff like patches for the Neo Air X-Lite pad. I've got well, boy, not much else. I've got some pain pills and some ibuprofen in there, and that's about it. It weighs a couple of ounces. It's super light. This is my personal kit. I wear contacts and glasses, so I've got extra stuff. I've got a glasses case, I've got contact solution, but I've got a full-size toothbrush in there. I've got a little tube of toothpaste. I've got several sets of earplugs, a lighter, mini Bic lighter, and some more pills like vitamins and some things like that I use every morning. So that's my personal kit, very lightweight. Toilet paper I keep in a waterproof stuff sack, and I use the Deuce of Spades trowel. I love that trowel. I've tried several different things, and I highly recommend it. I'm a huge proponent of a good trowel to bury our waste so that we don't have issues with water sources and things like that. Please don't skimp on not using a trowel. The Deuce of Spades weighs next to nothing, and please use one. All right. For batteries, I'm vlogging my journey here, obviously, and so I've got extra battery power that some of you won't need. I chose to go with the regular battery block, charger, rather than the quick charger. This thing weighs less than a third of the big, heavy quick charger. And most of the time when you get up north, you're in town anyway, so I'm not using the big, heavy charger anymore. This thing saved me a bunch of weight. However, I do have a 13,500 milliamp Anchor battery. This thing is amazing. I've tried other ones and lighter ones and whatever. They don't work. They don't hold a great charge. That Anchor is bomb proof. It's amazing, and I can get at least 4 full charges, or around 4 full charges out of that for my Android, my Motorola phone. I keep it in these 2 cords in the little stuff sack. Then I have a small battery pack here. That's a 5500, I think. I think that's what that one is, 5500. I'm not sure the brand, but it also is a very good one. I keep that more accessible for like during the day. If I get to the end of the day and I'm running out of battery, I can grab it and a cord real quick and charge while I'm walking. So that gives me a total of almost 20,000 milliamps, which is enough for me to go 5 days between town stops probably. This is a Z-Packs, like a small phone case, but I use it as a wallet. I've got cash, ID, and 2 different types of debit or credit cards in there. So if one gets compromised, you can use a separate one and not get stranded. And then I have my AWOL guidebook here in a waterproof sack, so I can keep up with my guide. With where I'm at, and I keep all my personal items and everything in this little waterproof stuff sack just to keep it all together. So I think that's it for all the gear that I'm carrying. Forgot one section here, so hopefully my my wife Halo can edit this in and add it no problem, but I need to show you the water filtration. This is my new favorite piece of gear. It's the Katadyn Be Free. It's a 1 liter personal water filtration. It's got a large mouth bag and a very high flow rate. So I love this water filter. It's working fabulous, and I keep it in a hip belt pocket. I can just stop along the way and drink water and keep moving. Don't even take my pack off. It's super fast and efficient. I've got a 2 liter Evernew bag that I use for extra water storage. I have a pair of shoelaces for my shoes, an extra pair. I have a backup O-ring for my Sawyer squeeze water filter that I no longer have with me. This is an old tear bottle, eye drop bottle that I put Dr. Bronner's in. It's extra lightweight. Uh-oh, the wind's gonna blow. I hope it doesn't blow any of my clothes into the pool. That's not a good thing. So real quickly, I have some water drops, water treatment drops. They are MSR sweet water drops. Again, I put in another little tiny bottle to keep the weight down. I have a cut up water bottle for a scoop. I've had to use that quite a few times at some low flowing water sources. I carry an extra smart water bottle flip cap and an extra regular cap, just because you drop your bottles and it's easy to break a cap. I have Natrapel bug spray. Love this stuff. It works great. It seems to last quite a while. Smells good, and there's no DEET. Plus I have a mosquito net. So that's it. I keep all that stuff in the mosquito net, and I keep it in the outside of my my pack, so it's easily accessible. That's stuff that you may need during the day. So there you have it. That's the entirety of my ultralight gear list. All right. The other day, leaving Green Mountain House Hostel in Great Barrington, I weighed my pack on a digital scale. I had 2.5 days of food, 3/4 of a liter of water, and my total pack weight with my spot device, my cell phone, everything in my pack was 19.38 pounds. So I was very happy with that considering the amount of food that I had. But I have added the Capilene for shirt and the rain pants since then. So the rest of this was all sub 19.5 pounds with, again, 2.5 days of food. So almost ultralight gear list here, guys. If you have any questions or comments, just comment below. Thanks for watching this gear video. I hope it helps you. Hope it helps you be a better hiker and have more fun and more safety while you're out there on the trail. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Jump on board and watch these videos as I'm hiking the Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine. All right, guys, take care.